Howdy, folks. It's update time. Woohoo! Yeah, today's been an interesting day just because uh, today I'm starting to spend the funds a little bit. Not really very much because I'm still waiting on visa stuff and I'm still waiting to buy a plane ticket because you can't buy the plane ticket without the visa number, so forth and so on. Hopefully we'll have more information about visa stuff tomorrow because the university in Shanghai has to get me this work permit number, the letter of alien employment notice. And tomorrow's Sunday here, but it's Monday there, and they hopefully are going to have that information for me, tomorrow, Monday in China. So we'll see about that. But until then, I'm, packing and I'm doing things. And one thing I wanted to show you is behind me here. There it is. This is the end of Seesar Drums. There's some boxes. You can see a bunch of boxes there. The boxes are drums that I finished and are now being shipped off. And it's a little bit sad and a little bit happy because it means there's this definite forward motion towards China. And it means that there's definitely a hiatus of my Lovecraftian futurist percussion business, which is a little bit sad because I was really, really enjoying that as well as, as much as I expect to be enjoying working on ethnomusicology stuff in China. But it's an accomplishment, right? It's something that's a definite landmark in the career of me. And it's something that, now this stuff, just so you know, in terms of campaign stuff, none of this, I think I'm telling the truth, none of this was funded by campaign money. This was all funded by sales of the drums, I think with one exception, and that was I needed to pay for one personally to ship a Seesar drum back to Dreadfalls Theater because one of them was a Patreon reward drum and I needed an extra $15 or $20 for that. So a little bit, a tiny, tiny amount of the funding money goes to that. But most of this is not paid for with the campaign. But I just wanted to show it to you because it's sort of an end of an era. It's sort of I won't say rite of passage particularly because that's not really what it is, but it's a mark. It's a landmark. It's a flag. It's a goalpost. This will be the 23, nice magic number there. This will be 23 drums finished or refurbished or whatnot. Most of them handmade by me from scratch. And, who knows? I may rekindle the business in China. That would take some magical doing. I would have to find the right place to do it, and I'd have to figure out a way to ship them from China and so forth and so on. But the possibility is there. I'm certainly not going to rule it out. But mostly it's something that signifies the purging and ending of things here in Portland. And that's okay. The other thing that I would like to show you is just little silly stuff. I got yet another suitcase. This fine thing I picked up at a thrift store, and that was with your funds. It's brand new. It still had the tag on it, and I looked it up, and it was about an $80 suitcase, and I paid $19.99 for it, I believe. And then I got another one for $5, and it had no balancing little plastic bit on the end of it. So this is going to be my carry-on, and I just literally have affixed a piece of wood on the bottom of it so that it stands up by itself. Hey, it works, and it doesn't matter about the weight. So there. So I now have all the suitcases that I need, and I figure, I'm shifting my entire life 3 suitcases and a briefcase is probably pretty good reduction of personal goods. We'll see. I'm selling a bunch of stuff this week. I mentioned that too. It's part of the update is that, everybody's been so infinitely generous to give me funds. But I wanted to make sure you knew that you're not just kind of throwing funds at me and I'm not doing anything to serve my own purpose. I have lots of things that are being sold, power tools from the woodworking business, from the drum building business. I've got an extra computer I'm selling my bicycle. My $1,000 bicycle that I pieced together by hand over the years. It's all going away, and that's okay, right? So, but I think the important thing for you to understand is that I am contributing, towards everything myself. I'm not just relying on everybody else for money. I think that's important for you to see that I am putting into it as much as, or more, hopefully more, than everybody else is putting into it. Everybody's supporting me. Everybody's being fantastic, both mentally and monetarily and whatnot. But I don't want you to think that I'm just asking for a handout and then I'm going to fly willy-nilly off to Shanghai. I'm busting my butt over here to try and make sure everything's covered. So I think you'll feel better about your contribution knowing that I'm also doing my part. So that's what's happening. That's kind of what this update is about, right? And we've gotten to the part where I thank you tons and tons and tons and tons and tons again, because I couldn't have done this even with all the efforts that I'm making without your assistance. And I know that. I'm very well aware of that, and I really greatly appreciate it. It's become a reality. I've got a few more things to pick up. Tomorrow is going to be packing day. Sunday is my last recording, doing a Seesar recording with Desiccant here in Portland. And then Monday, I'll be shipping drums and doing more packing and hopefully getting my visa. Tuesday, I meet with the new owner of this house and make arrangements to hand over the key. And hopefully by Thursday, which was the original departure date, I'll be on a plane. Now, that may not be the case, as we've discussed before. Could be Friday, could be next week, the following week, but it's not going to be an issue anymore of whether or not it happens. It's an issue of when, and so I have you to thank for that, and I am thanking you profusely. You have absolutely 100% made this happen. So thank you again. I know, broken record time, right? But you all rock, and you even get a goat. So thank you very much, and there'll be more tomorrow. New Instagram pictures and new updates. I will start doing the updates less often, starting after Sunday. I'll still try to keep them going, but I won't do them every day because I'm going to be in the throes of relocation, but you will get updates, rest assured. So stay tuned. Have a fabulous weekend. Thank you again. And cheers all. Talk to you tomorrow.